All right, as we do each and every week, we're hitting that pre-party here on the Edgewater Race Report Cincinnati. It is hot out, absolutely hot. I just came in a little outdoor work. I got the headband on. I am sweating like an SOB. But you know what? There's no place that I'd rather be than right here. The Edgewater Race Report as we get settled in here. Rob's down at the track. Hey, that's where you want to be this weekend. We have got so much to cover on this week's show. We're looking back at an amazing weekend it was. We are getting hyped up for another extended weekend. But as we do each and every week, the chat room is already filling up. I usually look for that few dozen mark before we actually go live with the show. We're almost there. But hey, the reminder, please like, share, let everyone know you're here. But also, during the show, stick with us. Give us a comment. Be a part of this entertainment that we bring you each and every week. Rob's at the track. I'm out on assignment. I'm going to keep myself muted here while I can. But again, like, share. We've got a lot to cover this week. Big winners from the Independence Weekend celebration. We're looking forward to another extended weekend. As usual, we are at that. We're at that point. So I'm going to hit the countdown. On the other side of it, we're going to be back. We're going to be back with this week's episode of the Edgewater Race Report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's episode of the Edgewater Race Report. As always, I am Rick Vickery, joined by Mr. Rob Wanley. Rob, welcome back to your show.
Glad to be here, as always, Rick.
And I know we were talking about this. You wanted to be down at the track. There's so much going on. The preparation, especially coming off last week, but this is going to be an amazing weekend.
You would think in the middle of summer this grass would stop growing, but it's insane. Every week, like clockwork.
Hey, I'll tell you this right now. You got an incredible scene behind you. The sky is standing still, but it's beautiful clouds. You got the tower to one side, the grandstand the other. I would think you would have a green screen like I do, except for that flag blowing right there. I mean, it is a beautiful sight. The only thing more beautiful is what's going to take place starting tomorrow night through the weekend.
This place is amazing how peaceful it is during the week. Quiet, just nice to hang out at.
But I will say, hey, I want to give a shout out to some great hosts. As I said, I'm out on the road here, just got off work. I was out food trucking today. I'm at Gano Tavern. The owner just looked over at me. She's like, she peeked in here, and immediately when I told her, this was affiliated with Edgewater, and she said, "Oh, that goes everywhere." That's what she said. She said, "That goes everywhere. This is going to reach so many people. Thank you for doing this here." And I said, thanks for letting me be here. But it's such amazing, and to feel the reach of Edgewater and what it means to, just not there in Cincinnati. I'm up here in Butler County, the whole tri-state, the region, the territory, the Midwest.
Yeah, I was just over CVS over in Cheviot, and there was a guy in line before me that had our new Edgewater shirt with the concert lineup from 1975. It was awesome.
You gotta love that, right? You gotta love that.
And I was like, "You lucky enough to go there?" He goes, "Of course I did."
Now, let me ask you, Rob. Before we jump into the race action, it's interesting that you mentioned, the concerts, because I have family members, my uncle especially, say, "Man, I used to see so and so back at Edgewater." I know you're looking towards that. A little teaser maybe. Are we evolving, into the event mecca of Cincinnati?
It's definitely a work in progress. We've got some things that we're addressing for our on-track needs this year, and as soon as those funds become available, we're gonna get the area formerly known as the AFR area in the back, our concert section and stage. We're gonna get that rehabilitated, looking nice, and start bringing some music back to Edgewater.
Well, I'd say, they only got what, 65, 70,000 for Taylor Swift. We could pack way more than that at Edgewater.
I think we can. There's roughly about 30 acres back there, nice and flat between behind the towers and all the way to the river, just lined with beautiful trees along the river, nice and flat, perfect to put a huge music festival into.
We can pack him in there. And said Bill Turner here chiming in. He's looking forward to Saturday. Now, before we look forward to this weekend, Rom, as we usually do, we look back at the winner's circle. We talk about the last weekend, and what a weekend to talk about. I mean, he had beautiful weather, beautiful racing. Where do you want to jump in and, just kind of salute and congratulate those winners from last week?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. We changed up a little bit of what we did with our gate process, and it worked beautifully. No waiting out at the front gate coming in. We kept the cars and trailers off the street, made the fire department happy, and everybody got right into the facility, and everything worked out really well. So all of our big events and Cincy Street Nights, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sell tech cards over right there at the tech shed, and just makes things go so much smoother getting in the gate.
So for the weekend, give us some of the highlights before we talk about the winners from last weekend. Before you get to, you got that off with all those big winners, so many, big payouts and all. But the highlights, great crowds, people just loving, the interaction, enjoying them.
Yeah, first of all, if we start off on Friday night, we had 3 big shootouts. I was hoping to get 64 big cars, but we ended up getting 48. So we had a 32 car shootout and a 16-car shootout. And we got some big winners there. First, in our A field, our 32-car shootout, in the finals, we had Roy Biggins-Jillian against Adam Trouth. Roy was dialed in at a 618 and Adam at a 466. And Adam just absolutely killed the tree, was 006 on the tree. Dead on his dial, just 6 thousandths off his dial. Absolutely perfect run. Biggins, a little bit, just barely turned it red with a .001 on the tree, handing that win to Adam and the $2,000 on Friday night. In our B field, our 16-car shootout, in the finals, we had Dustin Chestnut and Michael Needham. Pretty close, not quite a heads-up race, but pretty close. Dustin was dialed at a 571 to Michael's 503. Kind of same story here. Michael just nailed it on the tree, with a 007. Dead on his dial. Just, God, how far you go back that? With a 5.0305. Dustin turned it a little bit red, handing that win to Michael, and takes the win in the 16-car shootout. And in junior shootout, none other than Colton Reed and Tanner Martin. And it was basically a heads-up race, both dialed in at 790. Tanner showed why he is so good, just nailed it on the tree. Reaction time of .039 to Colton 069, and it hands the big money in juniors to Tanner Martin. So Friday was a really cool night. A lot of people.
I do want to say real quick here, just a reminder out there for the juniors, we are looking for big-time sponsors as we look forward to the Memorial Race, looking for sponsors to cover that whole field for them.
Yeah, we've got $800 already. Just message me, reach out, whatever you can come up with. If you want me to promote your business, send me your logo and pertinent information in JPEG form. Mail us a check, and we'll start promoting you and put you on our hero page that we've got going for on our Facebook to say who's donated. If you just want to be a great person and want to donate money to the field and make this juniors race on Saturday, it is going to be 100% free. Just make that purse go up and up and up, and we'll see how much we can raise, and all that money goes to the kids. So let's make this a fun, enjoyable race, and the parents and the kids can have a nice race on the cheap.
Well, yeah, it is tomorrow stars today, the future of drag racing now. One of the best divisions in all of drag racing, but especially at Edgewater. We got some great kids that participate in that. We love watching them here. But Rob, I'll let you roll on here because we've got more winners.
Yep, Saturday we're racing for $8,000 in Super Pro. And you're going to hear this name a lot all weekend. We talked about Adam Trouth. He's back again in the finals in Super Pro for running for $8,000, racing against, man, I'm on Sunday already. See, I dropped it and I got messed up. Hold on, back up, strike that from your record. But
I'll say everyone out there, before we used to do this live, we used to have edits. And
see, I would be able to edit this, and then
it would take me and Rob. It would take me and Rob like 2 hours to do this 30-minute show.
If I drop it.
I put him in the fire and I said, we're going live, man. You got it. We're going to do this live now.
Yeah, if it wasn't so windy and I was actually sitting here, I got the camera on the guardrail and I'm sitting in the starter's chair right here, so I got that going. So, all right, another person had a great.
The red green show at its finest. The only thing we're missing is duct tape.
Yes. Let's go back to Saturday. $8,000 to win.
What red green say? If the ladies can't find you attractive, they should at least find you handy.
Exactly.
All right, get to Saturday, Rob. I'm sorry.
All right, no worries. In Super Pro, $8,000 to win, like I had said. We got Trent Baker out of DeMossville, Kentucky, and Mr. Shannon Seals out of Hamilton, Ohio. Lots of waiting here for Trent. Dialed in a 465, where Shannon's dialed in a 728. Both of them really good on a tree. A 011 for Shannon, a 014 for Trent. But Shannon goes dead on his dial, 728. She puts together just a slightly better package that Trenton takes home the $8,000 in Super Pro money on Saturday. In Pro, out of Madison, Indiana, we got Ricky Decker. And from London, Kentucky, Megan Chestnut. Pretty, almost a heads-up race. We got Ricky dialed in a 627 and Megan dialed in a 647. This time, Megan just kills it. Kills it with a 013 on the dial to Ricky's 047, taking the win in Pro. On to Sportsman. And these two guys, I feel like I just keep announcing them all year. They're on fire this year in Sportsman. We got Rodney Johnson and Brad Johannes. Rodney's hailing out of Oxford, Ohio, and Brad Johannes out of Hamilton. Rodney's down at 1175 to Brad's 1210. This time Brad nails it on the tree with a .033 to Rodney's .076, taking the win in Sportsman.
Yeah, I do want to mention here, as we got here, 76 reminded us, Shannon is also a boy's name. He's out there racing hard. He's doing his thing. They weren't mad. Let
me try to turn the volume, maybe it'll help me. All right, to finish up on Saturday in Junior Dragster. Out of Amherst, Ohio, we got Mr. Dexter Jackson. Mr. Dexter Gomez. And then from Cincinnati, Ohio, we got our own Randy Jitter Souders. Great night on Friday, great night on Saturday. And this one's almost heads up. We got a 792 for Dexter and a 791 for Jitter. Dexter turns it red, just barely red, giving that win to Randy Souders Jr. and takes the big money on Saturday in juniors. All right, now we're back on Sunday Fun Day.
Now we're back to Sunday Fun Day. We are set now. We have got it set here.
Fun day.
I love how you got the color coordinated folders there.
You like that?
We know where we're at. I like that.
Keeps everything straight, right? Sunday was just a beautiful day. Nice cool breeze. Sun wasn't too hot. Just a real nice day to be at a racetrack. Everything went super smooth. No issues, no problems. I don't even think anybody, even the slightest drip of oil on the track. Everything went super smooth. I'm going to start off in juniors on Sunday. Our very own Samantha Jillian, Roy's daughter, of course, out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, takes on from all the way from Grand Island, New York. These people were headed to another track and saw the flyer for Edgewater. So let's go down to Edgewater, come down. They have a great time, put themselves in the final. It's Mr. P.J. Marston. PJ's down on a 795 to Samantha's 912. Almost identical reactions times, a 060 to a 061. But PJ runs dead on his dial, a 795, and Samantha breaks out by 300ths, and the win goes to PJ Marston. A couple different names in pro here, but two very familiar names to Edgewater. One of the best pro racers we got, Mr. Brian Lewis, and another one of our best pro racers, Mr. Randy Burwell, because they're always in the money. Brian's out in a 595 to Randy's 661. Randy just gets it done on the tree. A .010 reaction time to Brian's .018. Handing that win to Randy in pro on Sunday. Now the big one. This is $12,000 to win in Super Pro on Sunday. Guys chopped it up a little bit different, but $12,000 to win. Mr. Adam Trouth out of Independence, Kentucky. Mr. Brian Newport out of Franklin, Ohio. Great dial, great race. Adam's dial on a 464 to Brian's 452. Brian just nails on a tree with a 006. Dead on his dial with a 454.55 to Adam's .023 on a tree and a 465. The big money goes to Brian Newport. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to all our great racers that came down and enjoyed the weekend this past weekend. All of our hardworking workers that made it happen, all the spectators came out to support us. Thank you all for making it a great time for everybody this past weekend.
And now, Rob, you're talking about this past weekend, reliving those memories, those moments, how spectacular it was. It makes me hungry for more. Speaking of being hungry, how about this? We got chimed in. Our own Chef Jeff, he's talking about Cubans coming this Friday, $10. You compare that with some white slaw for $14. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've had one of these Cubans. You'd have to get on a wrap to find one more authentic, more delicious. We got them at Edgewater. They are incredible. You got to pick one of those up this weekend, and it's just going to set the table. No pun intended. Set the table for an incredible extended weekend, Rob. Let's start with it. It starts tomorrow.
Yeah, back by popular demand. I'm going to post our menu for tomorrow and Sunday on Facebook. Hopefully I get that all done this evening. Let everybody know what's coming for tomorrow and Sunday. We've got open tune and test tomorrow night. So it's a run what you brung, any tire. Come on down, make it happen. Gates open at 5 o'clock. Time runs get started around 5:30. And then on Thursday, we normally race to about 10 o'clock, depending on the crowd. It's supposed to cool off real nicely tomorrow night. So it may be hot during the day, but it's going to cool off real nice in the evening. Have a great night of racing. And then Friday.
Hold on, especially on Thursday. Especially on Thursday, if you want your run called by one of the sweetest voices in Cincinnati, yes, it's going to be me doing that for you.
One and only. Oh yeah. Where was I? You know what Friday is?
Friday night delight. We're back at it. Cincy Street Nights, baby.
And you know what? It's not going to rain. Zero threat of rain on Cincy Street Nights. How long? I think it's been years since it hasn't threatened rain.
How many times have I told you not to call out Mother Nature? Stop calling her out, Rob. Stop calling.
I'm sorry. Hopefully Mother Nature is going to be kind to us. You know what? She's going to make it really hot. So, she's throwing another weapon at us. So, all right, you don't want rain. Let me throw some heat at you. Let me show you what July is like in Cincinnati. So it's going to be a little bit warmer, but it's going to cool off both Thursday and Friday night. Cincy Street Night is going to be awesome. Our gates always open at 3 o'clock. Track gets hot around 4:30 for time runs. And we have a driver's meeting always at 6:30. And then at 7 o'clock, off the trailer, small tire. elimination number 1. Did I lose you?
There you know, just weighing in here, Ron. Track was great all weekend.
Thank you,
Thanks to
Teresa.
all of you.
We had the one little, it was so hot Saturday during the day, the track temp was up to about 146, so we had to go and scrape the 60 foot. But that just made everything absolutely perfect for the rest of the night and Sunday. People were getting personal bests, all kind of stuff. Everybody was flying. The racetrack was doing really well. Thank you, Teresa.
Absolutely. So, as we're going to roll on Cincy Street Nights, one of the best parties in Cincinnati. Also, like to remind you, hey, we were talking about the heat. It's a hot one today. It's going to be hot this weekend. But one of the most, not one of the most, the best views on the grounds. Right down there at the first round lounge, and especially Friday night for Cincy Street Nights, one of the best parties in the city. It's Fireball Friday at Edgewater. 5 for 10.
I mean, can you beat that?
5 for 10 on it. Absolutely. You can't anywhere.
Yeah, you need Fireball when you're racing, so why not? Best seat in the house.
I should probably unmute myself if I want to talk here. I'm just running my lips over here. So, Rob, we got Friday. Let's talk about it. We got Saturday. We got so much more.
Yeah, Saturday we've got our points race. I believe it's number 8. We are going to. I'm getting ready to post. I'm getting a couple quick edits on the flyer for Saturday. I'm getting ready to post because of it's going to be warmer. We're going to move things back a little bit. We're going to open gates at 3:30 rather than 1 o'clock. We're going to start time runs at 5 with juniors time run first. Now it's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be back-to-back juniors, so pay attention to the run order. We're not permanently changing the run order. This is just strictly because we had to move things back to get out of the heat of Saturday. So we'll get that posted for everybody. The run order is going to be, I brought that sheet down here.
As Rob's looking up there, just a reminder, this weekend, this is just like kind of a heat advisory, just to help everybody out. We're going to run more into the evening, get the activities later into the day, because it's going to be a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. But if you do arrive early at the track, hey, the best way to cool off. Instead of going to the first round line, not instead of, but you want to do it there. But, hey, grab yourself an ice cold Motors Brewing, the American Ale. You grab one of those. But, hey, Rob, I do like that, moving things back further in the day to make sure that the heat's just it's going to be a hot one this weekend. Take care of people.
Yeah. It's hot during the day, but it's going to cool off nicely in the evening. So we'll move it back a little bit. We're going to do just like we did this past weekend. We're going to two time runs for juniors and sportsmen and 1 for pro and super pro. And get in that way we can get moving into our program and have a good night of racing. So we're going to start off at 5 o'clock with juniors time run number 1. Then we're going to move into pros time run, super pros time run, and sportsmen's time run number 1. And after then we roll back into juniors time run number 2. And then we roll into pro eliminations number 1, super pro eliminations number 1, and sportsman time trial number 2. And then we keep that run over the rest of the night with juniors. The next will be juniors elimination 1, pro eliminations 2, super pro eliminations 2, and sportsman elimination 1. And we're going to roll through, and we'll probably finish up this time about the exact same time with all the classes.
That sounds like a stacked Saturday, a little later in the day to take care of everybody. Now, Rob, before we hit the live button here, I was asking you about the heat, asking you about the weather. How does Sunday stand?
Sunday's going to be beautiful. Sunday's going to be low to mid 80s, partly sunny. It's going to be a really nice day. The humidity is going to be out. Going to be a really good day for racing. Our gates will be open at 9 o'clock. We'll get started with time runs at 10:30, and it'll be just like it always is, back-to-back juniors, and then we'll roll into big cars and go. So the only changes are for Saturday night, just because we're starting later. We're trying to condense the program a little bit, but Sunday we should be able to get two time runs for everybody enrolling into our program, and get things finished. It's going to be a nice afternoon, so it's going to be a good day on Sunday to race.
Well, I got to ask about Sunday, because hey, it's the kind of take it easy day, but we still go fast. We have a blast. We got Chef Jeff in the chat over there. Are we going to have breakfast on Sunday?
Sunday.
I know. Give people, let them know. Hey, I don't know.
Hey, I don't see why not.
I
don't see why not.
We have got the Sunday liquor license.
Yeah, I think we'll give it a try. So I'll make that flyer and let you guys know on breakfast on Sunday on the patio at the main concession.
Well, even Chef Jeff weighing in. We'll play it by ear, he says. I got to throw it out there because I know how delicious the eats are. I know how people eager are. They love it. And, those are the little extras that make Edgewater the extra special place when it comes to racing. It's for that total fan racer experience.
Yes, indeed. That's why we're working so hard to make all the improvements, make it a great experience for racers and fans. This past week, we got our new drag, our new tractor. When the finances come around, we're going to get a new broom to put on the front of it. So we keep investing money into the racer experience and make things nicer and better for our racers. We just got our second tree all done and fixed, so we've got a complete redundant system on all of our equipment. We got the spare tree sitting in there ready to go if anything happens, and we are ready to go.
Well, Rob, as we close out each and every week, we do the rundown. We've got an extended weekend. I'm going to give you a little bit of platform to fully, again, explain, from tomorrow through especially Saturday, just a slight change. Hit me with those gate times.
All right. So what we're doing tomorrow is open tune and test. Gates open at 5 p.m. Racing gets started about 5:30, and we usually run to around 10 o'clock roughly on Thursday night. On Friday is Cincy Street nights, and it's not going to rain. Gates open at 3 o'clock. Time runs get started about 4:30. And then then driver's meeting goes at 6:30. Jason does prayer and things like that. We do national anthem, and then it's right off the trailer for small tire at 7 p.m. And then eliminations to follow and everything after that. Saturday, again, because of it being warm during the day, we've moved back our start time a little bit. Instead of gates opening at 1, they're going to open up at 3:30. Time runs are going to get started at 5 o'clock. Junior's first time run. Then we're going to run right into Pro, Super Pro, and Sportsman. And then roll back into Junior's time run 2, and then it'll be Pro Elimination 1, Super Pro Elimination 2, Sportsman time trial number 2, and then we roll back in and we repeat that cycle with eliminations the rest of the night until we get finished. And then you cannot forget Sunday Fun Day. Gates open at 9 a.m. Time runs get started about 10:30, and we will be our regular program with the run order, juniors back to back, and then big cars after that. And we'll finish off a very beautiful, nice day on Sunday. So it's going to be a great weekend of racing. A lot of really cool, interesting stuff coming, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think everybody, Rob, is looking forward to another extended weekend of race action at Edgewater. This is one you can't miss through and through, but as you said, slight changes there. Reminder to everybody where you're watching us right now, but spread the word. Facebook.com/Edgewater Race. That's where we're going to keep with all the happenings, all the changes, all the events. This truly is. You line it up. We're looking around. FC is hosting Miami tonight. It's a huge game. The Bengals, everything's hot. What's Burrow going to sign? They're opening training camp. The Reds, rolling, they're on fire. The Cincinnati Cyclones, right there with everybody. One of Cincinnati's great franchises is Edgewater.
Yes, sir. Hidden gem.
Well, outside of that, all those I mentioned, I'd like to add, there is nowhere that you're going to bring the family, bring your friends, yourself, whoever it might be, and get more closer to the celebrities, the stars, the athletes, right there, and be a part of it. Truly be a part of it than at Edgewater.
Yeah, it's we call it our racing family for a reason. Just the nicest people on earth. Everybody for the most part gets along, enjoys to be around everybody, helps each other. People borrow parts and do whatever they need and help people wrench. And families grow up together. Couples meet at the racetrack, get married. It's one big huge family here at the racetrack, and everybody has fun, and it's always a good time for everybody. Are you there, Rick?
Oh, hold on.
There we go.
I got to hit the unmute. As I've been watching, I get so excited inside of this. I don't know what I shared there. When I was talking about the great franchises. When you come to Edgewater, you're going to get a unique experience like you will nowhere else. If it's the Cyclones, if it's FC, if it's the Bengals Reds, you're up close with everybody. But Rob, as we close out each and every week's show, anything you'd like to, the exclamation points you'd like to add before I sign us off?
Just it's opportunity to get down here and spend don't want to forget. If you want to do no prep tuning test, we've got that available all evening Friday night, along with Cincy Street nights as well. So we got prepped tomorrow night on Thursday, no prep tuning test on Friday, and then we got our 2 days of bracket racing, points on Saturday, non-points on Sunday. Flyers coming. All the drink specials on Friday. We've got all the food we're doing, Chef Jeff. So a lot of information getting ready to flood your way.
All right, so all that. Hey, you can hear behind me, man. The music is playing. Happy hour is happening. I'm ready to start dancing over here. I got to dance my way down there tomorrow night to call some race action to kick off the big extended weekend there at Edgewater. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We got up. This was great. We got up to like 85 strong watching us live.
All right.
Just where we're here now. That's one of our tops. We love that. We love the watch backs. Please like, share all the content. Leave us comments. Join us each and every week right here on the Edgewater Race Report. Rob and I are locking it down to try to get like an official time so when the same bat time, the same bat channel, where to find us. So we'll have that for you. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what it's about. It's about this weekend, and we're Rick Vickery, Rob Wiley. Where we want to see you this weekend
and
at the track.
All right.